mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. His dreams were lightning, thunder were desire. This old house what I burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, well, I had me a cowboy. He weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Hey guys. What's this music? This is John Prine. John Prine is an American singer-songwriter. He is currently fighting COVID-19 in the hospital right now. He is an American treasure. Mintaka, what? You're just saying my name. Hey, Morgan, hey. Okay, let's go through, say hi to everybody, and we get going. Mintaka, whoever Not Shane is, clearly is not Shane. Sellingham, Shaw, Adrina, Cole, Zoe, Olivia, Osborne's here, Gublow's here, Ellie Roden, Jaden. He hated the red circle of the mouse, but he had it in the video. Oh, that does it on its own. That wasn't me. It automatically does that. ABBA is the best. You guys got to get some popular music going on. ABBA. Oh, dear. Who else is here? Morgan, hey. Cole again, if I can say it right. Hi, Lauren. Can I get a shout out? Hey, Jaden. I know I don't like the red circle around the mouse, but in my video this morning, the program I use automatically does it. So what are you going to do? Kale Brown. Bonnie Raitt. Another great one. Bonnie Raitt probably does some songs with John Prine. You'd have to go on Spotify and find that. So Shocking Candy Skull. I don't know who those people are. Taylor's here. Cool. Lily Carell's here. Hoteling's here. ABBA is the best, man. All right. So this is the third and hopefully final place I'm going to be presenting from. So I'm in the basement again, but in a different spot in the basement, and hopefully you can say everything well. All right. So let me just clear some stuff up first, and we'll get going. First of all, next week is spring break, okay? So even though we're not technically in school, you guys are not, it's spring break, okay? So you're not going to hear anything from me. Pretend like it's a normal year, okay? Katie Fisher's here. Not Jenna Fisher, not Fisher, Katie Fisher's here, okay? So tomorrow, next week is spring break. Don't worry about work. Crew Car Roth and I were in a Zoom call for like an hour today, and so we're all on each other's Google Classrooms now, and so look for science instruction, math instruction, ELA instruction, and social studies instruction on everybody's homeroom Google Classroom. We're going to give you a list of stuff to do. I'm my aunt. Hi, I don't know who you are. Hi there. How are you? Okay, so just take a look at that. It's our job to just make sure that all of our expectations are clear. Final thing, I don't know if you guys have heard this from me yet. After spring break, and this is going to be true for middle school as well, teachers are going to start taking grades again. Okay, so if you really should be keeping up with the work that we give you. If you're not, okay, got to get back in the habit of that, because we're going to start pulling grades, putting them in the school tools again. Okay, this is still school, even though you guys are at home. Okay, Graham Hoppy's here. Masango's here. Nick, don't spam my feed with stuff again, dude, or I'm going to have to mute you. Cool. All right. Buddhism is the final world religion that we're going to study. It originated in India. Okay. It's similar to Hinduism, but it's quite different. All right. So it starts with this guy. His name is Siddhartha Gautama, and he was a young prince. He had a story that was very, very, very similar to Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. He was a guy. He never left. He was a rich guy. He never left the grounds of his castle. He didn't know anything but like the life of luxury that he lived. Okay. And so he decided one day that he was going to go out and he was going to travel outside of the castle walls when he was older. Okay. Imagine a person his entire life, they never saw anything bad. They just lived this cushy, easy lifestyle. Okay. And so he traveled out and he saw things he never saw before. He saw a sick old man. He saw a poor person, and he saw a person being carried to a funeral, and he went, "What is this? I don't understand." Okay. He was sheltered. He never knew suffering before. All he knew was being a rich person. Okay. And so he decided that he was going to devote his entire life to finding the cause of suffering, why people suffer, why bad things happen. And so he gave up all of his possessions and he decided to travel the world in order to find the cause of suffering. Okay. Yes, he did find a tree. That is exactly, Tally, you're exactly right. So anyway, Siddhartha Gautama is the prince here, and he devoted his entire life why people suffer. Okay. Buddhism is a very interesting, it's not really a religion, it's more of a philosophy. Okay. It's not super popular in America because we are materialistic people. Okay. We want the newest thing, the best thing, the next, I want the iPhone 10. I want the, whatever the iPhone levels are. We want, we want things. Okay. So Buddhism doesn't necessarily subscribe to how Americans live. Okay. So he traveled around the time of 500 BC. So this is a pretty old religion. And he searched for answers in the meaning of life. He studied Hinduism, but he didn't like the accept that Hindus, only certain people could pass on knowledge to the next people. He didn't like that Hinduism really focused on different social class levels. He didn't like the idea that in Hinduism, people were not equal. Okay. So instead of looking outwardly and trying to figure out the reason why people suffered, he decided to meditate and look inward. Okay. A lot of Buddhist artwork is a man just kind of sitting and meditating. So instead of looking outward, he decided to look inward. According to Buddhist legend, he sat down under a fig tree and he meditated for 49 days. And when he woke up, he figured out the answer. He figured out why people suffer, and he understood the roots of suffering. Yes, you're right. Lisa Simpson is a Buddhist. Okay. Yeah. Let me do this and I'll answer some questions later, guys. So this is what he figured out. Okay. Ladies, if you've been to a nail salon before, you no doubt have seen an image similar to this. This is Buddha. So that rich prince, Siddhartha Gautama, he is the Buddha. Okay. After his enlightenment, after that 49 days under the fig tree, he became the Buddha. and he shared his knowledge. He figured it out. He decided, he realized, I know why people suffer. Okay. So if you guys ever know, if you've ever heard Buddhism before, Buddha, it means the enlightened one. It's the person who has all the answers. Okay. Ladies, did I assume gender? Yeah, well, whatever. Anybody can go to the nail salon. What do you want from me? All right. So he came across this idea of the middle way. Okay. The middle way is pretty simple to understand. Okay. He taught that human suffering is caused by desires for power, wealth, and pleasure. Okay. This is really simple to understand. Americans are very materialistic. We live in a materialistic society. Comment yes in the chat if you have ever wanted a thing, a material thing so badly that like you suffered. You're like, man, I'm dying. If I can't get the new iPhone, if I can't get the new this or that, if I can't get the new pair of shoes, I'm suffering. Okay. So he taught that the cause, so not Shane, they agree. Disco Decay, yes. You guys can understand that. Okay. You want something so bad that like it hurts. You're like, man, mom, dad, why can't you get me this thing? You're killing me. All the other kids have it. So he decided that the cause of suffering is desire for power, wealth, or just like too much pleasure, just way too much. Okay. And so to avoid these things, Buddhists should follow the middle way. Avoid too much pleasure, avoid too much worry about life, and most importantly, avoid material things. So, Shaw, you just commented you want a chinchilla. Your dad's probably not on board with that, and that causes a little bit of suffering from you, okay? The Buddha would say, well, if you didn't want the chinchilla, then you weren't going to suffer. Okay. So it's a very simple idea. If you don't want for anything, you're not going to suffer for anything. The Buddha teaches basically finding nirvana as inner peace. Act unselfishly to others and to treat people fairly. And he also wanted to avoid killing other living things. So remember, a lot of the time, the Buddha studied Hinduism. And so that whole idea of ahimsa and studying peace and avoiding killing other living things, that's a very big part of Buddhism too. A lot of Buddhists, not only are they not materialistic people, but they're also vegetarian, and they try to avoid hurting other living things. Someone just commented Louis Vuitton. Okay, Louis Vuitton. The idea that Louis Vuitton exists is like the total opposite of Buddhism. Louis Vuitton is just expensive materialistic things. The Buddha would say, don't even pay attention to any of that nonsense. It's just going to cause you harm. It's just going to cause you pain. Okay. People follow Buddha's path that would eventually reach nirvana, and nirvana is lasting peace. Okay. By reaching nirvana, people would also be released from the endless wheel of reincarnation. So that's another similarity between Hinduism and Buddhism. They both believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation is when a person dies, or when any living thing dies, they're reborn into a body of another living thing. The soul carries on. The body might die, but the soul carries on. Nirvana, the band, is good. I disagree with you on that one. Mintako, you're bald? I don't get it. All right. So let me go back in the comments here, see if I have any reasonable questions. Just a bunch of people saying yes. I'll answer the next question here. Mr. C, did you see that they're planning on making classes online at the time the class is, so no more spending most of the day on Fortnite? I don't understand the question, dude. All right. Let me go back down here. Cool. So Buddhism is a very simple idea. Avoiding too much pleasure, avoiding too many material things, avoiding too much worry, and just being at peace with what you have, okay? A lot of Buddhist monks, the people that follow Buddhism very closely, their possessions, the things that they actually own in life, they might have, a pair of glasses and shoes and their robe, and that's it, okay? So it's a very stripped down, simple lifestyle. Americans, because we're so materialistic, we're so into the next thing, the newest thing. Buddhism doesn't necessarily work out all that well. Don't you, Taylor, my former student, don't you shift down a layer on the pyramid if you're bad in your last life? Yeah, that's karma. Okay. So just like in Hinduism, in Buddhism, if someone is bad, they basically go down a social class. In Hinduism, in Buddhism, they don't do the whole social class thing. Okay. So that's just for Hinduism. And that was one of the main differences between Buddhism and Hinduism, is that the Buddha did not like the idea that people in Hinduism were unequal. Okay. Followers of Buddhism, they're called Buddhists. And the idea, and I was just talking about this, Taylor, they're equal regardless of social class. So anyone could follow the path to Nirvana. In Hinduism, there are different social classes, and they're based on karma of the previous life. And to exit reincarnation in Hinduism, you'd have to be the highest class already. In Buddhism, rich, poor, king, beggar, doesn't make a difference. Anyone can follow the path to enlightenment and reach nirvana. Many serious followers of Buddhism became missionaries, and people who spread their religious beliefs. And right here, 350 million followers of Buddhism. Okay. This is the one world religion that doesn't necessarily have a God attached to it. And if you like the idea of the middle way, like not being too materialistic, then it doesn't make a difference what religion you are. You can kind of follow that. It's pretty simple to understand. If you don't want for anything, you're not going to suffer for anything. So 350 million followers of Buddhism worldwide. These are Buddhist monks right here. And again, the people that really seriously follow Buddhism live a very simple life. They might only have a few worldly possessions. Okay. Let me go back in the comments here. I don't know who, I know who Harry Styles is, but not Tomlinson, whoever that is. Bill Hader. You guys are spending too much time on the internet when you're home, man. Actual question to Osborne. Are you going to take the assignments you've already given to? No, I can't. No, I'm not going to do that. So everything after break. So Osborne asked this question. Are you going to take the assignments you've already given to us as grades after break? No. Okay. Everything after break is going to be fair game. So that's that. I can't go. It's not. It wouldn't be fair for me to go back and say, "Oh yeah, you did this before break." So no, I'm not going to do that. Another thing. Actually, I'll get to that at the end. Buddhism got really popular in India. It is also super popular in China, and it basically moved from India to China through a trade route called the Silk Road. Over time, many Hindus became to accept some of Buddha's teachings, and they came to honor Buddha as the reincarnation of Vishnu. Hindus, however, basically the main difference between Hinduism and Buddhism is the idea that in Buddhism, everyone is equal, and in Hinduism, there are different levels and different social classes. Okay, so that's pretty much Buddhism in a nutshell. Okay, there's going to be a lot more information on my Google Classroom here, so let me just pull that up, and I'll talk to you guys about what your assignments are. We're kind of lucky that we are where we are right now because all of the world religions basically follow the same structure. There's the slideshow, there's the questions, that's your assignment, and then there's the book pages, okay? You guys, the people that are doing them are doing a fantastic job. I make simple corrections. If you're missing something or if you get something wrong, just for me, the grade is basically I give you a 1 if you do it. If you don't do it, you get a 0. It's pretty simple. Okay. So Thursday, the Buddhism questions are going to be due. Okay. Tomorrow, you guys have the assignment due. It's the Martin Luther King and Gandhi Venn diagram. Let me pull that up. It's going to look like this. And that's going to be due tomorrow. Okay. So guys, can you stop commenting with the Harry Lewis thing? It's driving me nuts. I'm getting real questions here. And it's not working. Osborne, how many examples should be fine for the Venn diagram? As many as you can. I think in the videos, I would aim for 5, 5, and 5. Okay. Anything you pull out is okay. All right. So this is due tomorrow on Tuesday, and I'll take a look at that. I've already taken a look at some of yours. Wednesday, I'll do another live stream, and we'll just go over. We'll go over exactly this. Okay, and I'll post an answer key. Okay. While you're home and I'm home, you guys are going to have to grade yourself and kind of check work yourselves. Okay. So with every assignment I give you, I'll give you an answer key as well. All right. So Wednesday we'll go over that. Cue the you already turned in it. If you, Shaw, if you want to go back, you can. I don't remember if I looked at yours or not. Let me look back through and see if anybody else is. All right. So that's that. Tuesday. So tomorrow, this. Thursday, the Buddhism questions. I am going to post a quiz on Thursday. It's just going to be Hinduism and Buddhism, okay? This is not going to be like in class where you have to memorize everything, okay? You could use anything on Google Classroom to do the quiz. It's not cheating. You're just using the resources available to you, okay? I'm not there to help you review, so, just use what you can. So if you want to go back in the Buddhism notes or the Hinduism notes or look through the books that I gave you, that is totally fine. Okay. Don't think that you just have to lock everything in your memory. Are we going to do the play? I don't know the answer to that. I hope so. When's the next live stream going to be? Wednesday. Lily, I'm going to go over really quick, just go over the answers to this. We'll talk a little bit about Buddhism, see if you guys have any questions. Are we going to do, Olivia asks, are we going to do the play? I really hope so. My hope is that this is going to last another 3-4 weeks and we're going to get back to normal life. But if we, it's for the health and safety of everybody to stay home and stay isolated. So whatever happens, happens. Nobody on the planet has lived through something like this before. So your guess is as good as mine. Ashlyn Brown. Hi. Be nice to your brother. Let me answer some more questions. The play was, I don't think the play was canceled, Nick. I don't think that's true. Peyton, wait, this is, yeah, the play being canceled, that's not true. I have not heard anything from that at all. Is school canceled till April 30th? I don't think so. We're going to stick with that original date. And we'll see what happens. I don't know either way. Whenever I find something out, I'll let you guys know. I'm trying to go back and see your questions, but, yeah, it's not the break. It's not really a break. I don't think it's been extended yet. Once I hear something from Superintendent Potter, I'll let you guys know, I promise. Next stream. Let me see what else is going on. Is school canceled till April 30th? I don't think so yet. Once I get strict word, I'll let you guys know. Is it Ashlyn's birthday? Happy birthday. I'm an aunt, whoever that is. Yes, he did extend the social distancing till April 30th, but I don't know what that has to do with us in New York. Jaden, are graded assignments taken for grades in the report card? Yes, everything after spring break is going to be taken, and that will count towards your report card. Taylor, I don't know if Alex Bay is canceled yet. I hope not. I really hope. It's my sincere hope that we get back to work in person in class soon. This is super disappointing for me, and I'm sure for everybody. What about all the money? Mintaka. So Mintaka asked, what about the money we raised? That's an unbelievable question. I couldn't even begin to speculate on that. Don't know about Alex Bay. Ella, I don't know about Seabreeze. Look, I really hope we get back to school. All those decisions are going to have to be made by somebody. I hope that we get back to school soon, and that won't make a difference, or that, we won't have to talk about that. Mark Potter is not going to take the money you raised. That's not true. Come on, don't be silly. All right. So look, guys, I really hope that we get back to business soon. But if it's for the health and safety of everyone that we stay isolated. Morgan, is Alex Bay canceled for them? I don't know yet. I hope not. If we get back to school at some point during the year, even if it's June, my guess is Alex Bay won't be canceled, but I don't know that for certain. All right. I'm not going to sing happy birthday to Ashley. No one wants to hear me sing. All right. So, guys, this is the last thing, and I'm going to let you guys go. 6th graders, you have this screen here. Okay. It's all your Google classes in one spot. Definitely pay attention to the due dates here. Okay. This is going to be your guide until we get back. All right. So what I said earlier about the Venn diagram with Gandhi and Martin Luther King, that's due tomorrow. And then if you look on Thursday, it says Buddhism slideshow, book and questions. Okay. For my homeroom, there's the thought question. All right. So, use this as a guide and ask yourself, gee, have I done this work yet? Have I not? Mr. Roth is also tracking people down for math review packets and stuff. So make sure you guys are doing that. All right. Let me just finish up here. Shaw, all the things we did for A-Bay and we get this, the entire world is affected right now. Like nothing is happening. So, I mean, we'll just have to see what goes on. It's not what we get. It's just life. It's just what happens. This true, Bridget, that's true. Look, thought question about the summer. Mintaka, the thought question about, find somebody that Cesar Chavez, find another leader and just do a little research for it. I described it in my video, and just answer some questions. Just pick a person that you think is a leader and talk about them. I'm drinking. Okay, so look, I'll end this way. People that are not in 6th grade, thanks for joining me, because that's just hilarious, and I'm glad you remember something. Okay, my 6th graders, my sincere hope is that we get back to school soon. The last thing I want in this world is to see the year end with you guys digitally like this. Nobody wants that. Okay. I really hope that we get back soon. All right. Until then, be nice to each other. Stay healthy. Find a way to stay active in a safe way. Okay. So, exercise somehow. Okay. The seniors are happy because they probably don't have to do work. No, the seniors are still responsible for all their Regents exams and everything. All right. That's not true at all. Previous grades that have been taken, are they put in report cards, or everything after spring break? Everything after, Jaden, pretend that spring break starts, after spring break starts the 3rd trimester. The stuff that we gave you from the day you left school, to Friday is like practice. After spring break, that's when the third trimester starts. Okay. All right. Folks, cool. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to see your smiling faces pretty soon. Until then, take care of yourself. I'll see you on Wednesday. Use this screen right here as a guide. This has all the work that you're going to owe if you're in Crew Cars class, Roth's class, my class, anything. It's all right there. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay healthy. It's Mr. C signing out. See you later.